Hey guys, it's Marcus with Go Local FXBG. We're here today for another nonprofit spotlight for Trivia for a Call series that we're doing on Wednesdays over at Brock's downtown, Fredericksburg, from 6 to 8. And today we have Aspire Theater. Yes. And we got Dina and Heather here to tell us a little bit more about Aspire. So how you guys doing?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. And, telling us more about this awesome nonprofit. So, just tell me a little bit about what Aspire is, like what the mission is, like where it came from and what's going on, what you're doing.
I think it started pretty organically with a group of people that wanted to have theater for their kids. But the mission of Aspire is that no one ever pays to be a part of Aspire. Okay. And no one ever pays to see a production. So Aspire puts together in a matter of 10 weeks professional Broadway-style shows for youth in around the area. We have families that come from Richmond. We have families that come from way above Stafford. So because there is no charge, that allows people with more than one child to be a part of it. And we do have families that come with 4, 5, 6 children who are involved in theater because there's no cost. Okay. But we have an incredible team of volunteers. All of the sets, all of the costumes, everything is all parent volunteers.
I love that.
But when you think free theater, I'm sure you're like, right.
One
of the, I know, right? You're
expensive. Like, I'm like, who's paying for all this?
Yeah. But it also, I think people think free theater and they're like, well, this should be interesting.
How good is it actually going to be?
Exactly.
It's amazing.
And last year, it was a year ago, the kids came together and put on a production of Les Miserables that was absolutely outstanding. And during the intermission, there were several people. A man came out and he looked angry. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "These are kids. These are kids. I mean, these are kids.
How are they so good?"
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just the dedication of not just the children and the parent volunteers, but of the artistic team and the people that want to make it an experience so that if kids want to do theater, or even if they don't, that it's something they can be a part of, but take away the confidence, the skill of speaking in front of other people, the maybe exploring things they've never been given the opportunity to do.
I think that's a big thing too, that just getting the confidence, right? I mean, I'm a DJ in my full-time thing, and everybody's all like, "Oh, you must be so great at public speaking." I'm like, actually not.
I can spin a record, right?
Being a DJ, I get to hide in the DJ booth and play music and not have to really talk a whole lot. But you touched on something that I think is really great to touch on is the having more than one kid, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think activities at school, having more than one kid, it starts getting expensive because everything costs money, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize unless you got multiple kids on how expensive it is.
Yes.
If you only got one kid and they want to play sports and all the things, you're like, all right, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But now you got 3, 4 kids and they all want to take part in something. It starts adding up.
And I think logistically too, it starts, you have to
keeping
go
up with
here,
it.
here.
Yeah.
So I think that's something really cool that you mentioned is like, hey, you can bring them all and we're here for it.
And the cool thing is, my son even said this the other night on the way to rehearsals. He's like, "Mom, Aspire is I love it. It's fun theater, but it's like a family."
Yeah.
And I mean, as parents, we're very involved. Now we're on the board of directors. I was not going to be a theater mom. I was a baseball mom. I'm just going to be real.
Man.
But when my son was in 2nd grade and he started this, I watched his confidence, and 2 teachers that year emailed me to say, "I don't know what's different about Ian, but he's confident. Like he's even walking different. Like he's interacting more." And it's just, that's been huge. So I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Right. Well, then that's awesome. And having that family environment and being able to do that, because sometimes that's the thing too. Like, I had a kid and she dipped and dabbled in sports and stuff. And I'm not from here. I've been here for a long time, but I don't know all the families and I don't hang out with the soccer mom.
And the older they get, the harder it is to connect with the families.
Right. Yeah. Especially now coming out of COVID and stuff. These kids are so antisocial and don't even really want to come outside. So to have things for them to do, to be able to bond and like you said, grow that confidence and all those things are so important, and it's something that I'm doing with Go Local is we're about to launch our internship program and teach kids the digital marketing skills and the entrepreneurship.
Oh, I love that.
And it's like, we really need to pour back into these kids.
Yep.
We really do. Because I joke all the time, but like, no offense, but we're the worst parents. Like, our generation is. We've spoiled these kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so entitled, a lot
Yes.
of them. It's funny, when I was interviewing Ellie's elf, Joni, last week, she's like, speak to yourself. Not me, not all of us. And I'm like, well, then you're doing great. Then.
You're doing way better than the rest of us,
than
right?
the rest of us, because we're all... Because it's just so different now than when we grew up. It was so slow, and everything was calm, and there wasn't all this social media interface.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh. You make one mistake and you're canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, kids now, they log in, they're seeing people getting shot in the face. Like, it's like, what in the world? These kids have been exposed to so much more than we were.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the other thing I love with Aspire. It's when we do auditions, once the show gets going, it's 10 full weeks. So some Friday
All
nights,
in.
Yeah,
all
right.
Saturday, and it is a phone-free zone. These
Love
kids
that.
are on a tablet, on a phone. They
love
are
that.
playing games. They're running through the songs and all the things. But
a lot of work.
Awesome.
yeah, it is a lot of work. But I love that we always have that policy. Like,
Yeah.
It's good, though, because it gives them that, just being able to disconnect is a skill.
Yes.
Being
That's a
able to put your
luxury
phone
now.
down. It's a luxury,
It's so
right?
sad.
It's so hard to be able to, even as adults, it's hard to disconnect.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, I might miss something.
I know.
And I got to remind myself, like, it'll still be there.
Yes.
It'll still be there.
Yep.
3 hours from now, when I'm done doing what I'm doing, that message will still be there. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to give those kids that environment, I love that. It's awesome. So how many plays do you guys put on a year, or how many performances?
So right now we do 2, one in the fall, which we're actually kicking
up
off
on.
Friday night is Annie.
Oh, I did see that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So, and
Yes.
it's the Broadway production, and so it's got different songs than the
Okay,
movie has. So you
okay.
go into it thinking, oh, I know this, and all of a
Same
sudden
old
you're like,
Annie.
wait a minute, that's a new, I haven't heard that
different.
before.
Yes.
Because it is so different from the movie, and it's true to the original story. So I think it's a big treat.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I can tell by the excitement in your face.
Yes,
She's
right?
all about it. She's all in on it. I love
Well,
that.
I not using any kind of like wow language, but Aspire literally helped save my family.
I love that.
Because we moved here not knowing a soul.
Right.
My daughter's first year freshman in high school, and she goes from a
tough.
school of 200 to 2,000.
My daughter did the same thing. It's
Yeah.
tough.
It is tough.
It's really
and so
tough.
we had no one here. And she's like, I think I want to try theater. And I was like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go. And she did find that connection. And now we do have people that, I'm going to take your daughter home. I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. She's with
That's
you. I know.
awesome.
I don't have to worry about are they going to show her things I don't want her to see? Like you
Right.
said,
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
you know what the kids are
everybody's
looking
got
at.
different parenting styles,
Yeah.
and everybody
Absolutely.
allows different things.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's nice to be in a group of people that have the same mindset, same values,
Yes.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
kind of thing.
100%.
So to know that, like you said, okay, my kid's safe in that environment.
Yeah.
I don't got
Yes.
to worry about them exposing them to some stuff that I wouldn't be okay with.
Right.
Yep, and all the parents are background checked. But yeah, we kick off Annie this weekend, and then that's 2 weekends row, 8 shows.
Wow.
And then we'll have another show in the spring,
prepping
and then
for
we have
spring.
summer camps.
I
Yep.
love that. It's so awesome. And it's something I always talk about, like I said, I've been here since 2002. This area, the community is awesome.
Yes.
Everybody gets behind stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody comes together. There's a tribe for everybody
For
here.
real.
You
Yeah.
just got to step out and find it.
Well, and I think that's part of the beauty of why Aspire does well, because people get behind it.
They do.
Yeah.
And it is so neat to have a community of people who are, I don't know about Aspire, but I heard about
Right.
it and I want to come see a show. I want to
Yes.
support the kids. I want them to
Yes.
feel like they haven't spent 10 weeks in rehearsals for
Right.
the parents.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and it's great to see, I haven't seen them before. Who's that? Do you know? So it's neat to see
love
the
that.
community really rally behind these kids.
So talking about putting all this together, do all the parents put the money up? Do you guys go out and get sponsors? Tell me a little bit about
fundraising. We do
fundraising.
lots of fundraising. When you go to get a ticket, while it's free, we do ask for donation.
Okay.
So
free shows, donation.
Yes, we have an
Based.
amazing bake sale that makes
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh my
money.
gosh,
Raffles,
yes.
but yeah, fundraising.
You don't leave an Aspire show hungry. That's
Okay. Okay.
And there are communities in this area that support support us with a place that, we can do rehearsals for free of charge churches. And there is a need for that. We still need places. It's very difficult to get people to call us back. And we do have a big need for places where we can put shows on and just have summer
so let's talk about that. I always like, when I work with nonprofits, I'm always like, it's more than the money.
Yes.
I think, until you get involved in the nonprofit community, we always think, well, it's money. It's not.
It's not.
Finding
it's
the
called
money,
nonprofit for a reason.
Finding the money is not necessarily the hard thing, because like you said, we have so much support in this community, and if we're doing good things, people will always write a check. It's not that big of a deal. It's the volunteers, the venues, like you said, finding the place to go practice, because now, sure, it's easy to find somewhere to throw that show maybe, but the gym is not always available. They got their own thing going on.
Right.
So having those places, and thankfully that we do have so many churches in the area.
Oh, yeah.
They're always big supporters.
There's such a need, though, and I see it not just for Aspire, but different groups. There really is a huge need in the Fredericksburg vicinity of like a theater space.
Yes.
That is something that can be accessed by the community.
Because we really don't have that.
No, none.
The only really theater that comes to mind is Riverside.
Right.
But they got their own
They
production.
have their own shows.
Absolutely.
So it's like, how do you squeeze in more when they're already constantly doing things?
And the local schools, like, I just thought it would be easy, right? And then we
You
call
would think.
and
Nope.
it's like the price of a small car to rent the facility.
Yeah,
so
that was me when
do we go?
Right. That was me when I first started doing the nonprofit stuff, and I was like, well, I'll just call around to the normal venues, and they're like, yeah, it's $5,000, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and I think we get confused too, because we see some of these bigger nonprofits that have been around for a while, like throwing these galas and stuff.
Yeah.
And in your mind, you're assuming that it didn't cost anything, right? You're like, nah, it's a nonprofit. Everybody donated and then come
together. They got $2 million.
No. First time you get one of those sponsorship proposals, you're like, oh shoot, this is how y'all make this happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of legwork.
It does take a lot of work, and it takes a lot of support. And let's be real, nobody wants to go out and beg for money or sell things, right?
Right.
We're already like doing that in our normal jobs.
For real.
So it is tough. It's like, do I really want to go do that? Shoot.
Right.
But somebody's got to do it, right?
We do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. But again, I think with the community behind us, as long as we're doing good things, people will always support it.
Yeah. And I definitely think Aspire is doing just that. And that's,
Well, and that's why it's growing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that it starts to beg certain questions. Like, well, then do we look into buying a space?
Right.
Can we?
Yes.
The need is certainly there, but what is available in the market? I mean,
well, and that's
you both know property in Fredericksburg ain't cheap.
It's super expensive.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's like I was talking to Downtown Greens over the summer, and they raised $2 million in like a year to get a facility.
Wow.
So that like just wowed my heart.
Yeah.
I was just
That's
like,
encouraging.
oh my God. So you guys just were like, you know what? We're going to go raise the money to get a second facility. And I was like, how much did that take? And they're like, yeah, a couple million. And I'm like, you did that in a year?
That's incredible.
So that was encouraging.
Yeah.
Because I want a space for Go Local with working with the youth. I want to have that like creative space for them to come, and maybe this is something like we can put in our heads, because I want it to be like a venue, an event venue.
Oh gosh, for their bands
for the
and
nighttime.
Yes.
You know what I mean? During the day,
gosh.
Everybody comes in for the internships, and they work on all the creative things. You walk in, and it's like Apple Central, and there's all the computers and all the things, right? So they can be able to do that, because we need that. There's nothing for these kids to do.
And
There's
that
really
is
not.
the future.
As you get older, there's nothing for them to do. I remember, and I'm sure you guys can relate as moms, I'll never forget when my daughter was like, yeah, I'm not going to the carnival to do face painting anymore. And I'm like, damn it. Now what are we supposed to do? What are we doing, right?
Yeah.
And then they start hanging out in their room playing on their iPad every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, there went my kid. Now what?
Right.
Yeah.
But if we had a space that was a dedicated space with other people to come, in like their age range, for them to create videos, to have the podcast, for their bands to practice, for their bands to perform.
And we have that spread out through the community. There's little things, but to be able to have it all in one place,
it would be
amazing.
I think it would make a big deal, especially if it was community funded.
Yep.
and we don't have to charge the parents $50 million to come do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. The last time I went to Funland, I was like, well, we're not paying the power bill on time this year, this month. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so true.
You know, and it's like, oh, Christmas is coming. I guess we're starving for a couple months after.
Yeah.
It's please don't buy that. Put it on your Christmas list.
Exactly.
Right season. Like, please.
All year long,
Yeah,
we're trying to save for that $500 thing.
Holy cow,
so
I know.
true.
Especially when they hit teenage years and they don't want clothes, they want iPhones
Yeah.
and cars. And so I just think like there is a huge need in the community. So for everybody out there listening, majority of the people in the community over 40's got kids.
Oh, yeah,
You
absolutely.
what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
So I think if we all just came together and put our
Yes.
thinking caps on, we could make it happen.
Yeah.
Especially like, being in the real estate community, there's so much real estate support here.
Yes, it really
There-
is.
And it's just finding the space. And we
Finding
have
the
a
space.
lot of people in the community that back these things. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like the YMCA and all these things that got created. It's like, all right, it's time for a new YMCA
Yeah.
concept. But anywho, well, thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I got you the third Thursday, right?
Third Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes.
My brain be all over the place. So don't forget, Trivia for Calls. Every Wednesday, the third Wednesday of the month, we'll have Aspire. They'll do a little thing and tell some more people about things, and we'll do the 50-50 raffle to raise
Oh,
some money
awesome.
for you guys.
Thank you.
And I always tell everybody if you want to bring cool little raffle baskets to raffle
Oh, yeah.
off, that's
Okay.
always a cool thing.
We can do that.
Definitely.
We're Raffle Central.
Moms love making their baskets
Yes,
and the raffle.
right.
So you guys come on out, and I'll throw this video out the week of, and we'll get
that's
it out there
perfect.
to everybody. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Until next time, go local FXBG. Bye.